An important part of the Discover Your Path tour wasn't only talking to kids in group homes, but to also get educated and help shine a light on people who go to bat for these kids every day. Today we get to talk to Dan Schufelt of Arizona Helping Hands and find out what Arizona Helping Hands is all about.
We are a really special place. So we have stepped up to fill a void in service to children throughout the state of Arizona who are in foster care. We provide beds, cribs, clothing, diapers, personal care packages, back-to-school items, just about everything you can think of to help a child who has been abused and neglected, whose life has been turned upside down, who's lost. We're trying to help them find their way, find their path. And we do something really special here every day by helping families and children who weren't expecting to be in this scenario. A lot of times those are grandparents who got the call yesterday that their grandchildren are in need of love and safety. In 2019, provided 3,560 children with a bed to sleep on. It's amazing numbers. Almost a third of those children were infants. And most of those infants are born with substance challenges in their system. They're coming out of the neonatal intensive care unit loaded up with poisons. As you're holding those babies, you can feel them tremor from all the crap that's in their system that they're trying to fight off. And to think about that child not having a crib to sleep in tonight just is wrong. There are 14,000 children at this moment in time, if we stop the clock, in Arizona's foster care system. Over the last year, there's been almost twice that number who have entered and exited the system. So there's a lot of kids who need our help.
With the amount of work that Arizona Helping Hands does for kids in care, they rely heavily on volunteers. In 2019, they clocked 13,000 hours from their volunteers and needed 1,400 people to do so. We had a chance to meet a couple of these happy helpers.
I'm the warehouse manager at Arizona Helping Hands. Kind of control the inventory and help load beds and cribs into customers' cars. Well, you're looking at cribs, mattresses, rails, bedding, toys, cosmetics, and it's all donated. Well, I grew up in Detroit, and my grandparents had always helped one another. So I find helping kids in foster care, making sure that they got a place to sleep, where they got comfort, where they're getting a good meal, where they're being trained to ride a bike. They need that hug and loving care that a family can give to them. We got some kids out there that really need some love. And that's my goal, and I think it's a lot of my workers here, it's all about the kids. If we want to take care of them.
I am a birthday bag person. I come in once a week, and we get the blessing of putting together birthday bags. We are so blessed. We have a warehouse back there that is filled with things from newborns to teens. And we get to go do what everybody loves to do, shop. It is something we take seriously. I mean, we have a lot of laughter back there, but everybody will often go, what do you think? Do you think a 9-year-old boy would like this? Or I think this would be perfect for a 3-year-old girl. As I said, I was a teacher for a long time. And I loved all my kids. I love my gifted kids. But my heart always went out to my kids that struggled. Such a big problem that seems overwhelming is something that you can put your little piece and make that little tiny time in that child's life that much happier.
If you want a big hug, stop by.
One of the specialties of Arizona Helping Hands is their birthday program.
All those essential needs, those are things we have to do for these children. The birthday program is what we want to do. We want to let these kids know that despite whatever circumstances they've experienced, they're loved and cared for.
And they should be celebrated.
Ignoring their birthday is just a crime, in my opinion. So our birthday program raises those kids up. It says, your birthday is a day we want to recognize. A young lady who's now working for a hospital, got her life together in her early 20s, but she came into Arizona Helping Hands and learned our story. And as we were walking around the facility, when we got to our birthday program, Laura started breaking down. She said, I wasn't sure I was prepared to tell my story yet, but I'm going to share it with you. She said, I was born in the United States to a Mexican national. My biological mother, shortly after I was born, took me across the border into Mexico, dropped me off at the orphanage, and walked away. Laura told me she spent 13 years at that orphanage in Mexico. When she turned 13, through a variety of circumstances, the nun in charge of the orphanage came to Laura and said, you 13-year-old girl have rights that the other girls here at the orphanage don't have. You could continue here at the orphanage, or we could place you with a foster home in the United States. She bounced around between a couple of group homes and a couple of foster homes until she turned 18 and connected with a mentor and kind of got her path set for her going forward. But she said, Dan, you have no idea how important this birthday program is. She said, when I turned 16, my caseworker and my social worker kicked in a few bucks and bought me a birthday cake. She said, that's the first time somebody said happy birthday to me on my birthday.
Another amazing moment at Arizona Helping Hands was the unexpected and emotional run-in with a new foster mom named Larissa, who was getting some supplies for her 2 new foster children.
I'm just gonna cry on camera. That means a lot because I worry about my babies, I worry about the children that I have in my care, and I hope that I'm doing enough, and it's just like a lot for me, and to know if they're gonna be okay in the future, and you're looking out for other people now, and that just means a lot to
And that's what we're supposed to do, and it's people like you that got me to where I am, so thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
It's,
Yesterday was a really hard day, so this means a lot to me today.
it's overwhelming, yeah.
It is.
How long have you fostered?
So these ones are my first placements. I just got them in October, so the baby just turned 4 months today, actually, yeah.
Wow.
So I have 2 siblings. I have a little boy who's 4 months now, and then his sister is almost 16 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
busy household, huh?
Busy household. So I have 3 bio children of my own, and then the 2. So now we're a family of 7.
So why do you foster?
We were talking to one of our friends who were fostering, and they just said Arizona has such a need for foster parents,
We
for
do.
good foster parents, and they just said there's so many children in the system, and there's just not enough for them. And we had this moment where we looked at each other and we were like, we could do that. Like, we have a safe and loving home for our children. Like, we are at an emotional, spiritual, financial place where we could provide even
Yeah.
something. Like, it's just such a small thing. Like,
It's a big
It's
thing.
big,
you can
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing
Yeah.
you can
I'm
do. It's
learning that
impacting
now.
lives.
Yeah. Like, I understand that it's big, and I receive that,
This
but
is the biggest thing you could do.
I also understand that it's just the little things every day, like getting her up every day, or when she cries, picking her up, or like just the little things that make a big difference. And
Yeah, it's the comfort you're giving to a kid that
yeah,
ordinarily might not have that, and
yeah,
you you see how that builds over time and changes their life forever. It's major. A lot of the good things that people do, people never get to see the result of that.
that's
You
how
do
I feel
it
right
because
now.
you feel you have to do it, and
Yeah.
you just know and you hope
Yes.
that yes, it will work.
Will the truck full of supplies help?
Well, and then I came here to get cribs, and then she took me around and got me outfits of clothes, and now I have 2 new hygiene kits. Like, I have all this new stuff that I didn't even know was available. So thank you. I really appreciate
You're why we're here.
Yeah.
You're our why.
it.
Can we do like a group hug?
Noah?
Thank you.
Thank you for what you're doing.
No, thank you. Thank you. These kids are gonna be much better for it.
A dear family that we work with regularly, we just saw again this week. This family has fostered 40 children. They came in this week because despite the fact that they closed their license, they received a call from the state agency saying, we have more children who need to be helped. Would you reopen your license, add to your family home, and support these kids? And Victoria and Eric said, bring it on. Victoria and Eric have adopted 12 children over their career of fostering and have hearts that are bigger than I can possibly imagine for these kids. And they are literally saving children's lives. They've taken in some horrific situations, and they've raised those children up and given them hope and safety and love.
The trip to Arizona Helping Hands was incredibly educational for me. To see the physical scale of what's being done for kids in care and know that it's still not enough was bittersweet. Arizona Helping Hands is doing some really incredible things out there, and I'm honored that I was able to get a little time with them on this trip.
Arizona Helping Hands is here to bring hope to kids in foster care, and we're doing and will continue to do everything possible to make that happen.